Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to the North Investor, where we all about personal finance on our path to financial freedom. Today, for the 10th episode of 1 year to beat the stock market, I'll share with you my stock portfolio update for the month of June 2023. But as always, let's make a quick recap on what were my initial objectives when I first started this challenge. Obviously, I am aiming for as much growth as possible in my portfolio because I currently have a lot of great defensive stocks in it, but recently you'll see that I've had a lot of great growth stocks in it. And an important fact to keep in mind is that I don't currently have a lot of liquidity to invest in the stock market since I am looking to invest and to buy my first real estate property in summer of 2023. But with the money that I can inject in the stock market, I obviously want to try to have a better diversification in it, meaning that I want to add different positions in sectors that I don't currently have a lot of companies in, while also trying not to surpass too much the 10% maximum allocation that I have for my portfolio. And obviously the big objective of my challenge is to be able to beat the stock market performance over the length of 1 year. But keep in mind that I don't include the dividend return that I've made from the different companies that I own within my portfolio. But now let's take a look at how my portfolio has been able to perform over the last 9 months. The first thing you can notice obviously is that I have about $20,000 to $25,000 ready to get injected in the market or even to get injected in the real estate eventually. Now we're going to take a look at sector by sector what has been the performance of the different assets that I have in my portfolio. So we're going to start with the tech sector, which has been one of the largest sectors in my portfolio. And as you can see, there have been 3 companies that have been able to distinguish themselves, where Apple, Meta, and Google have all been able to gain over 15% over the last 9 months. Unfortunately, despite its great performance over the last month, Tesla has still been in the negative of about 20% since the 1st of September, as well as NIO and Rumble that have been massively down. Since that period, you can also see that my 3 energy companies, so Enbridge and Pembina in the oil sector and Algonquin in the renewable sector, haven't been able to perform well, notably with Algonquin that has lost close to 40% of its value over the last 9 months. Now, in terms of the financial sector, you can see that the big Canadian banks haven't been able to perform well during that period, but on its side, Manulife has been able to boom and gain over 12% of valuation throughout this period. For my 2 communication companies, you can see that they are both down, but most importantly, TELUS that have been massively down over the last month. However, my Couche-Tard company in the consummation field has still been able to perform quite well as my materials company Savaria, and one of the largest positions in my portfolio, the real estate investment trust company Raucan, has been able to do quite okay with a return of close to 4%. And since the beginning of September 2022, you can see that my small stake in 5 Plus has been able to do amazing with a return of close to 100%. And so in total, I have made throughout the last 9 months about $2,300 of profit, or about close to 3% of return. So you can see that at the moment, my stock portfolio currently worth about $93,000. But now let's compare it with what has been the overall stock market performance throughout the last 9 months. Once again, I'll be using the S&P 500 index to compare my stock portfolio performance with the market. And so since the beginning of September, you can see that the market was worth about 3,966 points, which represent an average return of about 8%. So you can understand that at the moment I am underperforming the market because obviously I don't include the dividend income that I've made since the beginning of the year. Nevertheless, even if it is far from over, let's take a look at my sectoral distribution for my stock portfolio. As you can see, I currently have 2 big tilts in my portfolio, which are the financial sector and the technology sector, which represent over 50% of my total value. After, you can find the real estate sector with Raucan and the energy sector that also comes at the 4th place with about 10% of my portfolio. And after, you can find the communication, the consummation, as well as the materials sectors. And since at the moment I don't want to have too much stocks in my portfolio, I currently don't have any stocks in the healthcare and in the services sectors. Nevertheless, at the moment, to be able to grow more my stock portfolio, I am trying to invest as much as possible into the different technology sector companies, and it is why I've decided to buy more Apple and Tesla shares over the last month. But now on your side, if you're looking to find 3 great stocks that you can have on your watch list for June 2023, well, check out the video that's gonna be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace!